So it's 2006 and I'm in Camp Jarvis. Camp Jarvis is in Challenger, which is right across the street from Lancaster Prison. I'm in that motherfucker doing 6 months on a blower case and a probation violation. Now, when I first got to the camp, I think I didn't have no main enemies there. And all of them was on the CD side and I was on the AB side. So it wasn't like we can get down immediately based on, we used to always have to wait for an opportunity to sneak in the quartermaster to get down with niggas on the other side. The quartermaster was pretty much this room that had all the like brooms, cleaning supplies, and other shit like that. But a door from our side led into that motherfucker and a door from their side led into that motherfucker. So anyways, eventually I end up becoming KP. KPs are the dudes that work on the food cart and pass out the food to the other inmates. Now when you in camp and one of your enemies is on the food cart, you don't ever eat nothing that nigga put on your tray. Cause 9 times out of 10, you either on pipe bread, which is when an inmate rub your bread on their balls and shit, spits, which is when your enemy spitting your food, or they'll do shit like kick your chicken around on the ground and shit like that. So anyways, I'm on the KP cart. But also, everybody used to want to be KP because KPs used to always eat good. Based on all the leftovers, you get to have that shit. And based on, since I'm KP, I could either hook my homies up or put my enemies on shorts. But I didn't have no enemies on that side, so I wasn't putting nobody on shorts. But I knew a few people from the streets there, like Snowflake from Schoolyard and Maniac from Harlem. Them niggas had been in my house before with Tiny Hitman, Crafty 9, and Cookie Monster one day. So as soon as I got to the camp, I started fucking with them immediately and hooking them niggas up with a lot of food. And this is what led up to my first fight in camp. I go back to my bed and Firebug from Sentinel Park get at me on some shit like, why you putting me on shorts? So I'm on some shit like, nigga, ain't nobody put you on shorts. Like, what is you talking about? But for some reason, he adamant like, nah, you put me on shorts and we gonna get down. So I'm like, all right, nigga, we gonna get down then. Fuck it, I ain't tripping. So he like, bet. So after Firebug tell me we gonna get down, another nigga from Peblos tell me the same shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get down with both of you niggas then. It's nothing. Now I'm gonna be real. I never was fucking with nobody food before that day, but based on them niggas had me hot, I start fucking with niggas food. I put both of them niggas on spits. But somebody had told them that I put them on spits, so they didn't eat the food that I gave them. So anyways, the way Jarvis is set up, you got like a brick wall that separates the dining area from the area where niggas sleep at. So what niggas would do is they would act like they getting a drink of water and sneak on the other side of the wall and lock legs. Based on the other side of the wall, the staff on the control center can't see you. So bam, the day come where it's supposed to go down. I'm thinking in my head like I'm finna whoop this nigga. Based on Firebug is a little short fat nigga. At least he was back then. I don't know how he look now. So boom, we both sneak on the other side of the wall so we can get that out the way. Y'all like, comment, and follow for part 2. So now we both sit on the ground and we scoot up to each other. That's when he asked me like, you ready? That's when I threw my hands up and we just start swinging. Now we both just throwing them. Now have you ever been dreaming and you end up getting into a fight in your dream and your punch accuracy is like hella off? That's what this shit felt like to me, because my punch accuracy was fucking garbage. So I'm throwing them, but I'm just feeling this nigga tag me the whole time while I'm throwing them, to the point where I know for sure he connecting way more than I'm connecting. In my head, I'm like, damn, I underestimated this fat nigga because he getting me. But even though he getting me, I'm still throwing him, you know what I'm saying, the best that I could. That's when that nigga did some shit. That nigga like hopped up, and I don't know if I fell back or something, but next thing you know, this nigga was sitting on my chest. So now I'm flat on the floor and this nigga is sitting on my chest, right? About to just fuck me up. I just remember the thought going to my head like, oh hell no, I can't let this nigga do this. So before he could just start swinging on my face, I used all the strength of my body to lift up and flip that nigga over. So now he like flipped over behind me, but he started to get up. But before he can get up, I stood up and got on that nigga and put one arm around his neck and was about to start socking on. So now I'm behind him with my arm around his neck and about to punch on him with my right hand. But we both on our feet, but like squatting down a little bit. Now, I don't know if the staff seen that shit when I flipped him over or if it was after that. But as soon as I was finna start punching on that nigga, the police was running over there. And I ain't gonna lie, I should have punched his ass before they broke it up, but I didn't. That's when they ran over, pretty much broke everything up, and took both our asses to the box. Gave us 24 hours to life. I ain't gonna lie, them 24 hours used to feel like forever back then, too. But after we got out the box, we was cool and shit, you feel me? And it wasn't no issue after that. And I still gave that nigga the same amount of food I was giving him before. Y'all like, follow, and comment for more stories, though.